The story of David and Goliath is one of the most famous tales from the Bible, showcasing courage, faith, and the triumph of the underdog. This ancient narrative, found in the first book of Samuel, takes place during a time of ongoing conflict between the Israelites and the Philistines. The Philistines, a powerful enemy of ancient Israel, had gathered their armies for battle against the Israelites. The two forces faced each other on opposite sides of the Valley of Elah. It was here that an extraordinary challenge would unfold, one that would change the course of history. From the Philistine camp emerged a giant of a man named Goliath. He stood at an impressive height of 6 cubits and a span, which is believed to be about 9 feet and 9 inches tall. Goliath was not just tall, he was a seasoned warrior, clad in impressive bronze armor that weighed 5,000 shekels, or about 125 pounds. He carried a massive spear with a head weighing 600 shekels of iron, approximately 15 pounds. Goliath's challenge was simple, yet terrifying. He proposed a one-on-one combat to settle the conflict. If an Israelite champion could defeat him, the Philistines would become servants to Israel. But if Goliath won, the Israelites would serve the Philistines. This challenge struck fear into the hearts of the Israelite army, including their king, Saul. For 40 days, Goliath issued his challenge, morning and evening, but no one dared to face him. Enter David, a young shepherd boy. David was the youngest of 8 sons of Jesse from Bethlehem. He'd been sent by his father to bring food to his older brothers, who were serving in Saul's army. Upon arriving at the camp, David heard Goliath's challenge and was astonished that no one had stepped forward to fight. Moved by faith and indignation at Goliath's insults against the army of the living God, David volunteered to face the giant. When King Saul heard of this, he was skeptical. How could a young boy hope to defeat a seasoned warrior? David, however, was confident. He recounted how he had protected his father's sheep from lions and bears, attributing his success to God's protection. Saul, seeing David's unwavering faith, agreed to let him fight. He offered David his own armor, but it was too big and cumbersome for the young shepherd. Instead, David chose to face Goliath with the tools he knew best: his staff, his sling, and 5 smooth stones from a nearby stream. As David approached, Goliath was insulted. He saw before him not a warrior, but a young boy with a staff. Goliath cursed David by his gods and threatened to feed his flesh to the birds and beasts. David, undaunted, responded with unwavering faith. He declared that he came in the name of the Lord of hosts, the God of the armies of Israel, whom Goliath had defied. The confrontation was brief but decisive. As Goliath moved forward, David ran quickly toward the battle line to meet him. Reaching into his bag, David took out a stone, slung it, and struck Goliath on the forehead. The stone sank into the giant's forehead, and he fell face down on the ground. David then ran and stood over the Philistine. He took Goliath's sword, drew it from its sheath, and cut off his head, fulfilling his promise that the whole world would know that there is a God in Israel. The aftermath of this incredible victory was immediate and far-reaching. Seeing their champion defeated, the Philistine army fled in terror. The Israelites, emboldened by David's courage, pursued the Philistines, striking them down and plundering their camp. This victory marked the beginning of David's rise to prominence in Israel. He would go on to become one of Israel's greatest kings, but it was this moment of courage and faith in the face of overwhelming odds that first captured the hearts of the people. The story of David and Goliath has endured for thousands of years, inspiring countless individuals to face their own giants with courage and faith. It reminds us that true strength comes not from physical might or impressive armor, but from unwavering trust in a higher power and the conviction to stand up for what is right, even when the odds seem insurmountable.